Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily story with a chapter from one of my novellas. Before I start today's chapter, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this book and any of my other fiction, then they're all available from all major ebook retailers. You can order the paperback and hardback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore and local library if you requested. Also, if you want the AI generated audiobook, then you can get it from selected audiobook platforms and library systems like Kobo, Spotify, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, Baker & Taylor, Biblioteca and Overdrive. Now, here's today's chapter. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did writing it.
Chapter 2. Whenever me and my superhero friends start talking about the problems with being superheroes, there are always certain things that come up. Dating is a major issue, which is always a pain in the ass because we don't age, so when my partners age and we don't, things get awkward. Superpowers activating during sex is a nightmare, and my personal pet hate is superpowers trying to help but not. That was the problem I was experiencing right now. You see, I was walking through the wonderful little side streets of Canterbury that shot out like arms and legs and ribs out of the high street. They did look beautiful with their Tudor-style thick black beams leaning to one side and dirty white paint, but my superpowers weren't helping me. I knew that I had to explore these side streets for the speaker of that voice, but it wasn't clear which side street, who I was looking for, and if the speaker was still there or not. Not exactly helpful, I know. I was walking past a little coffee area with small Parisian cafe tables outside covered in tinsel. Christmas lights covered the street, and there were a few young couples making out in shop doorways, but they weren't involved with the killing Santa plot. I kept on walking down the side street. The aromas of sugar, mulled wine and sweet mince pies filled the air, and left the perfect taste of Christmas on my tongue. And I was looking forward to the big day even more now, but then I sensed something. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I couldn't help but feel like something was behind me. I turned around and was surprised to see a fake Santa walking down the street. He was smiling and waving at the young couples and laughing with them about not doing anything he wouldn't do at their age, and I got a really positive aura from him. I supposed him in his little green cape and robes could have been an agent of Santa instead of the real one, but this man had a real aura of energy about him. "Good morning, Matilda," the man said. I had no idea how the hell this man knew who I was. "Relax, agent of Santa Joy Division," the man said. I clearly wasn't as good at knowing my agents as much as I should. I knew that the agents of Santa were the real elves from myth and legends, and they were split up into 3 main divisions. The romance division were elves that focused on holiday romances, getting broken families back together, and helping people through love. But the joy division was sort of a new one for me. "Ho! Ho! Ho!" the man said, waving at a little kid, and he clicked his fingers and I watched Christmas magic pulse over him. The little kid screamed in delight, laughed, and his parents were filled with happiness. That was amazingly heartwarming to see. "I can sense you aren't in the Christmas spirit, little one," the man said to me. I smiled for the sake of the other children walking up and slow the street. "I think something is going to kill you," I said. "I heard something mention killing Santa earlier on today. I don't know who, but I know it's going to happen." The man laughed dryly like he was already dead. "Relax, little one. I am Santa and I cannot die." I hadn't met that many agents of Santa before, but this one had to be new and rather arrogant. No agent of Santa really tried to be the big man in front of other superheroes or agents. And I had even heard reports of Santa punishing agents that were too devoted to the image of Santa. The man kept on talking about how silly I was being, but I noticed no one else was in the side street now. There were no children about, no young couples and no parents looking for a shortcut. We were completely alone, and my superpowers told me to leave right now, but I couldn't. I had to make sure this agent of Santa was okay. "We have to go now," I said. "Impossible. I have presents to deliver, joy to make, and children to please." I grabbed his wrist and pure Christmas magic burnt my hand, but I wasn't letting go. Even if I had to teleport us away, I was saving him. 5 shadowy women appeared around us. White-hot blasts struck me, knocking me backwards. A woman leapt on me, pinning me. The man made a candy cane appear in his hand. He used it as a sword. He whacked the attackers across the face. I blasted the woman with psychic energy, a brand new superpower I found. The woman leapt off me. I jumped up, punching her. She dodged, punching me in the stomach. I collapsed to the ground. I wasn't a fighter. I was a psychologist. The woman kicked me in the stomach again. I collapsed to the ground. The agent screamed in pain. I looked at the agent as the woman finished stabbing him, and mince pies fell out of the wounds, and the agent collapsed onto the ground. A moment later, the agent's body collapsed in trays beyond trays of mince pies, and the woman gave me a thumbs up and disappeared. I had no idea what was going on, but even I knew that killing an agent of Santa was a monstrous no-no. I was even fairly sure that killing an agent was even worse than killing a god or goddess. Whoever had just attacked and killed that agent was in for a hell of a shock, because no one would rest until they were caught, punished, and probably dead. A moment later, children ran down into the side street and grabbed the trays of mince pies, and I had honestly had no idea whether to be disturbed or not. They were basically eating an agent of Santa, but at least they were joyous as they did it.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Connor Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Connor Whiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.